Have you ever been in an English work video call so technical and fast that you feel like you're missing the critical details? It happened to me, and as a developer, I decided that instead of getting frustrated, I was going to build a solution. Today, I present to you ArtTranslator, a native macOS desktop app that captures system audio without weird configurations, transcribes it locally, translates it from English to Spanish instantly, and suggests replies to you using artificial intelligence. The most impressive part, the entire process, from the initial design to a radical change in the architecture and the final development, I achieved it in just 3 days. And the key to this record time was coding side by side with Claude Code. Let me show you how we did it. The problem was urgent. I needed to understand the full context of my meetings. A web translator that forced me to switch windows wasn't going to cut it. I needed something that ran on my MacBook Pro M5, didn't interrupt my workflow, and had near zero latency. Plus, I hated friction. At first, I tried using virtual audio cables like Blackhole, but having to configure audio outputs before every meeting was a headache. I wanted a plug and play experience. Open the app, hit record, and have it magically start listening to the system. It was a complex technical challenge to solve in such a short time. The 3-day goal required drastic decisions. Thanks to Claude Code, I managed to get a functional first prototype in Python in a matter of hours. But when testing it in a real environment, I ran into its technical flaws. It had a latency of 6 to 8 seconds. In a live video call, waiting 8 seconds to understand what was said to you is an eternity. So I made a strong architectural decision. I completely turned the project around. We migrated to a pure Node.js stack with Electron for the interface, aiming to delegate the heavy lifting directly to the Apple hardware to crush that latency and bring it down to milliseconds. To achieve that speed, the task was to create native scripts in a lower level language like Swift. This would allow me to capture system audio directly and use the macOS translation engine. The big catch here is that I don't know how to program in Swift. In the past, this would have stopped me for weeks, but this is where the true power of Claude Code comes in. I didn't stop because I didn't know the syntax. I assumed my role as an architect and orchestrator. I gave it the logic of what we needed, and Claude helped me write those native binaries. The real magic trick was separating the translation from the deep analysis. Instead of waiting for a generative AI to translate, we used the Apple API via Swift to get the Spanish text instantly. And asynchronously, my Node backend sends that transcription to an AI orchestrator. We integrated ultra-fast cloud models like Claude Haiku or Gemini Flash, and I even left the option to use local models like Ollama to make it 100% free. This AI works in the background. If it detects that I was asked a question on the call, it immediately suggests a possible reply in English. In addition, it feeds a context window that in very simple words summarizes exactly what is being discussed in the meeting, updating the interface without freezing a single millisecond. The result? A brutal corporate tool built from start to finish in just 72 hours. Artificial intelligence is the catalyst that allows us to build extremely complex software in record time. ArtTranslator is proof that when you combine the right hardware, AI development tools, and solid architectural decisions, you can solve critical problems almost immediately. If you're looking to implement these technologies and take your business to the next level with AI, let's talk. I'll leave the link to the site in the description so you can take a look and see how it works. Until next time.